since you've mentioned pornography, we really want to talk on that part. Because if you talk about instant pleasure, that is also one of the things that people are really indulging into, and they think that it's normal.
Yes.
Like I've seen few interviews in which doctor says that it's okay to masturbate for couple of times a week. And first, what I've seen with myself, it's really, once you start doing it, it's really difficult to get out of it.
Yes.
Like you can't just get out of it.
Yeah.
You'll do it and then your mind will be like, you do it today. From today, it's the last day. Tomorrow is a new day. But trust me, the same night your mind will force you to do the same thing again.
Yeah.
So it's really difficult to get out of it. Pornography is something that is most viewed on internet.
Yeah.
So what are your views on these two things?
Yeah, the two things is in like the how hard it is to get out of it, and the other one.
I think first one you can start with how easy it is for the people to get into it, and then how hard it is to get out of it.
I was introduced to pornography, and as I mentioned before, by the way, you know, I said that once pornography got introduced, actually it's been around forever.
Yeah.
Pornography. The only difference is that when the internet came, you know, you've got it in your pocket. At the click of a finger, it's there. You know, they did have magazines back in the day, you know, but even then, you know, you'd have to go and get it. And then, you know, eventually you start getting bored of it, and then you've got to go out of your way and hide it away from your parents. And, you know, but the access is completely different now. I was introduced to it in primary school. I was in year 5.
Year 5?
I was in year 5. And my friend was in year 6. And he comes to me and he's like, "Oh, bro, I want to show you something." You know?
I mean, that is how it starts with
everyone.
everyone.
He's like, "Yo, check this out," you know. And I'm like, "What have you got to show me that's so good," you know? And he took me into the IT room, the computers, and he just put it on. And I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, what the hell? This is really weird, but I like it. And ever since that moment, you know, like that was where pornography began in my life. It got to a stage where I was doing it for fun in the beginning. I was doing it for fun. But then, you know, as I've gotten older, I've realized, wow, I was really, and I like this term, I've heard a lot of Indian people use this term before, taking shelter. I began taking shelter of it unknowingly. When things were not going right in my life, I would do it. You know, when I was feeling uncomfortable, I would do it.
Yeah.
And it would make me feel better in the moment. But then, you know, like little did I know what I was building inside of me. This monster, what I was feeding inside of me. You know, this monster.
Yeah.
Monster.
I can so much relate to
Yeah. It's savage. Yeah.
So how did you get out of it?
I was to be honest,
So when did you realize that it's bad for you, first of all?
I knew that it was bad for me, like, probably early 20s. Yeah, 20 years old or something like that. And, you know, I went through a phase in my life where I was addicted to, I got addicted to drugs. Right? And on these drugs, you know, I would watch it. And that made it even worse, because I could go for so long watching it. And that is what really, really scarred me. So to see where I am today to where I was, I wish, you know, people could actually see the potential of it, and there's so much that I would like to say about it as well, in terms of like tips and, you know, little things that helped me along the way. Yeah.
I mean, we definitely should talk about that.
Yeah.
Because if I talk about myself, I was also kind of in that phase, and I'm not sure, but what happened is that, like, if you're sleeping with people, then you are sleeping with people as well, and then you are masturbating as well.
Yeah.
So it's like combination of both the things. And it booms at one point.
Yeah.
And you, even if you're sleeping with someone, you can't give up on your masturbation.
No.
Because in the beginning it feels like you've reached on the top of the world. But slowly, it's like a poison to you.
It really
and your
is.
body.
Yeah.
And it really, like, what I've realized is that it really mess up my mind.
Yeah.